Welcome to RaidGuides.com's video guide to Feng the Accursed in Mogu'shan Vaults on 10-man heroic difficulty. My name is Arch and I will be guiding you through this encounter. Not massive amounts of change from normal mode, to be honest with you. It is fairly tough. Not the hardest fight, but it is fairly tough. The only difference now is there's 4 phases instead of 3. So while on normal mode you have Fire, Earth, and Arcane at 66, 33%, and 95%. You now have 4 phases at 100, 75, 50, and 25%. But you can choose which phase you put. As you can see there, you've got the 4 weapons that pull up. Now, whichever one he's nearest when he hits the threshold, that is the phase that he will go to. And the new phase is the one we did second, so I'll go through that when we get to it. Now, each individual phase doesn't change, so there's nothing new to each individual phase. So the other 3 phases from normal mode are exactly the same, and you'll be fine with that. It's only the extra 4 phases that's actually new. Everything it's just your usual. Hits harder, has more health, you know, tighter enrage, all the usual things. Although I don't know about the enrage. We thought there was an enrage, which we thought we got close to hitting one time, but then it turned out not to actually be an enrage. So we we didn't actually hit it. So if you haven't, in case you haven't seen the normal mode video, you're jumping straight into heroics. I will just go through it. Now the order we did was Arcane, Shadow, Earth, and then Fire, just because our healers figured that Arcane was the hardest. Oh, that's the point. He gets probably the only tiny change is with every statue he siphons a soul from, he gains a buff which gives him 5% damage increase for all of his abilities. So at the first he'll be on 5%, second phase he'll be on 10%, third phase will be 15%, final phase he'll be on 20%. So we used Arcane first just because it's such a huge, massive damage sort of increase that we wanted to try and keep that as low as possible whilst having, you know, the lowest possible damage buff possible. How many times can I say possible in one sentence? Just one more time, why not possible? And then we went for Shadow second, and then Earth third, and then Fire last, because we wanted to Bloodlust and burn through that as quick as we can, because that was just going to be so much damage. So usual phase for Arcane, it's no different at all. Arcane Velocity, you have to move in. Arcane Resonance, don't stand anywhere near anybody else because you're going to kill them. So in, out, in, out, in, out, as you saw from that. Now this is the new phase, this is the Shadow phase. Now this ability here called Siphoning Shield, you won't see it this time because we negated it. The tank that gets the shield, the nullification barrier, can not get rid of every other one of these. Basically he throws a big shield down, and from your player location he will spawn your soul. He'll basically take your soul, and your soul will then start moving towards the shield. Now, if they get to the shield, they will heal him for, I think it's 5% for each soul. So there's 10 souls there. So, you know, that's like, or 8 souls maybe. I don't think the tanks get drained. But, you know, that's like huge heals. So you have to kill them. But at the same time, you see the shield's coming down now. So you want to move away from the shield. Your souls get siphoned, as you can see there. And then you have to start attacking them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 of them. Only 5, okay. But there is a time limit on it. I don't see it on mine, but there is something which causes them to they'll just jump straight in. If you don't kill them quick enough, they will just get absorbed, regardless of how far they got. So it's not just a case of keeping them controlled and keeping them knocked back. You do a bit of fucking scenery in the way there. You do have to actually kill them fast. It is quite tight. You need to have some serious AoE to get rid of that. Now you see here the tank's running over. She's going to drop the nullification barrier on top of the shield, and they completely despawn the fragments, which means only every other set of fragments you actually have to DPS. You can just completely ignore every other one and just nuke the boss through. And you need to do this because you need to burn him through as quick as you can, because like every single one, you need to burn him through as quick as you can. All the while this is going on, there's raid damage going on, as you can see. It's hitting the raid for about 130,000 per player. I don't know whether that's frontal or just a strike, but it will be a lot of raid damage going on. The healer said this phase is particularly hard to heal, so don't think this is going to be a walk in the park. So we've got one last siphon here, as you can see. So we've got some more fragments coming up. We need to AoE them down. You need to maximise your damage on this as much as you can. Don't worry about the boss. Fragments take priority. Always take priority. Because if they get to that shield, you might as well wipe and start again. Because there's no way you're going to be able to recover from him healing 5, 10, 15, 20%. It's just game over. So you can see now he's gone past the threshold, and so the other weapons activate. And now whichever one he's nearest is the one he's going to then engage with. We wanted Earth for our phase 3, so that's where he's gone to. Now again, as always with this one, if you've got the barrier, which way ours timed, we had the barrier available for the first one, just after the epicenter starts, usually take like 1 or 2 ticks from it, drop the barrier down, everyone stands in the barrier with the tank, and then you completely avoid all the damage while it's going on. You can see here, look, barrier comes up, and we're completely safe, no damage. As well, because you're getting rid of the debuff, you don't have that 75% hit reduction, so you can continue to DPS and not have to worry. And you still got to watch out for those lightning fists. What we did here, it's not on this one, I think it's like on 2 more. We had me as a warlock pop a big damage reduction cooldown, get hit by one of them because they stun you. The other tank used Shroud of Reversal on me before I got hit, so it stunned me, which gives him that ability. And on the next Earthquake, or Epicenter as you want to call it, he stunned the boss, so he only got 1 tick of it, so that you can actually technically nullify every Epicenter. 1 barrier, 1 stun. 1 barrier, 1 stun, but we tried it on the first time, but it didn't actually work, because, I don't know, it might not have timed it right, but it didn't work. But, you know, we healed through it. It's perfectly healable if you gather up. But you do want to be careful, because those lightning charges that come out are very, very misleading in their size. Now, there's a couple there where I'm running past, and it looks like, yeah, I'm not near it, it's fine, I'm not going to get hit. But you do. It's fucking huge. So watch out. Here, I get stunned, I pop a cooldown, I get stunned, he uses a Shroud of Reversal, and then you'll see on the next Epicenter that he stuns him. So you do want to make sure you're very far away from those, because they are very misleading in the range that they have. See, look, I'm miles away from it, but I still got hit. So it's unbelievable. So here you go, look. Epicenter comes up 1, 2 ticks, and he stuns him. And then that's it. Continue DPSing. So you can technically get rid of both Epicenters, 1 stun, 1 barrier, but we didn't do it very well. Right, move out of the way, but still get hit. It's such a huge range. You want to make sure you're out of the way of that. Doesn't hit massively, but you know your healers are going to be really stretched. And I think we're getting 1 more barrier, 1 more Epicenter, which we're going to use the barrier for. Did we push it through? I can't remember. I think we pushed it through. Yeah, we pushed it through. 24%. So let's throws the weapon back, and now he goes on to the last weapon, last phase. Now we did fire last because, like we said, it's just absolute immense the amount of damage that goes out when he goes draw flame. So we really we hit bloodlust. We popped absolutely everything we could here to try and push through as fast as we could, and we got through this phase very quickly. Now you want to make sure you place all the wildfires at the same place so they come in from the same direction, so that when the tank puts the barrier down to try and nullify draw flame, it catches all of them, and none of them get through. I think one of ours got through accidentally because somebody placed it in a rubbish location. But you can see draw flame is coming up in the next 3 seconds. Now he's going to do draw flame. Our tank's going to place the barrier up it goes, and then it stops the flames being absorbed. He got 1 in, but that's okay, it's only 1. Now when he gets that, he will do 80,000 damage to every single person with every single melee swing. So you have to use that barrier. So now what we did here was we just grouped up, bloodlusted, and just burned him as fast as we can, because we needed to get him down, ideally before the next draw flame, which is in 10 seconds. As you can see, he's on 9%. We've got 6 seconds to the draw flame, so we're going to get that draw flame. So we're going to have to make sure we've got some serious survivability coming in the next couple of seconds. So here it is, draw flames incoming. Watch out for the fire, because it will still catch you on its way in. And do everything you can now to just survive, because that's all you've got to do now, is stay alive until he dies. So you can see there's a lot of raid damage here. And then it's fairly simple, he goes down. So not a lot changing, just the extra phase and more damage and more health. So hopefully you should be alright. It shouldn't take too long. Personally, I don't think it's a massively hard fight. But it's a good, I think it's well tuned for second of the instances. So good luck, have fun, comment, like and subscribe, and we'll hopefully see you in Garajal the Spirit Binder. Goodbye.
Solari.